Seattle's police chief resigns under pressure after festival shooting, as reported by the New York Times. The city's top cop, Sean Barnes, stepped down Thursday, 4 days after a gunman opened fire at the Bite of Seattle Food Festival near the Space Needle, killing 3 people and wounding 4. The shooting quickly turned into a political flashpoint for Mayor Katie Wilson, one of the nation's most prominent Democratic socialists, who had been in office only a short time. Critics, including residents who sheltered in place during the attack, accused the police department of releasing information too slowly and of getting key details wrong in its initial public statements. That delay, they said, amplified confusion and fear. Chief Barnes pushed back earlier in the week, saying his officers ran toward the gunfire and that evolving information is a normal part of any active investigation. Mayor Wilson announced the resignation in a news release that emphasized transparency, trust, and community collaboration as the pillars of her public safety vision. She wrote that keeping people safe requires trust, and trust demands that the department show up in neighborhoods every day, build relationships, and remain accountable. The move drew immediate pushback from the Seattle City Council. Bob Kettle, who chairs the council's Public Safety Committee, said relations between the first-year mayor and the more moderate council were already strained, and that the chief's departure makes them worse. Kettle praised Barnes for showing up on day one and making a difference. Barnes arrived in Seattle in 2025 after leading the police force in Madison, Wisconsin. He inherited a department grappling with staffing shortages, low morale, and lingering distrust stemming from the 2020 protests after George Floyd's murder. His predecessor, Adrian Diaz, had been removed by then-Mayor Bruce Harrell after an independent investigation found Diaz concealed a romantic relationship with a subordinate and misled investigators. Civil rights groups and downtown business leaders had welcomed Barnes's hiring. The city even agreed to an unusual arrangement allowing the chief to rent an apartment in Seattle while his wife and children stayed in Chicago, a setup Madison had also permitted. The resignation underscores how quickly a single incident can upend leadership in a city still navigating the aftermath of 2020's reckoning with policing. For now, the department faces an uncertain transition as the investigation into the festival shooting continues. That's the latest from Seattle. Thanks for listening.